Hi, I'm Maria Stuart from our Stuart Winery. We're in the kitchen today making some pasta with a beautiful bright parsley sauce. It's a wonderful pairing with our Pinot Gris, and I think you're gonna love it. It's super easy to make too. I've got the water boiling here for the pasta, and I'm gonna put some salt in to flavor the water. That was about 2 tablespoons of salt. The Italians like to say make it salty like the sea. And I'm putting in a pound of angel hair pasta. I don't know why, but this particular company chooses to call it thin spaghetti, but I think it's mostly known as angel hair pasta. And I'm going to stir it around in there so the noodles don't stick together. And then I'm going to let it cook while we make our parsley sauce. So, parsley sauce. First thing we're gonna do, I have 4 peeled cloves of garlic here. I'm gonna put them in my food processor to mince them because it's just easier that way, and I'm gonna use the food processor anyway. I turn it on and I drop the cloves through here. And they are all minced. Then I'm gonna take 6 anchovy fillets from a tin of anchovies, nothing particularly fancy. If you have really high quality anchovies, that's great too, but these are just as good. If you don't like anchovies, don't worry because you won't taste them. I always actually put anchovies in dishes and then never tell anybody, and it adds a wonderful depth of flavor, a flavor that is known as umami. And people almost never can taste the anchovy, but the dish is really lovely and pungent. So we put the anchovies in, and now we need 3 cups of fresh parsley. I'm just cutting off the leaves from the stems. I'm not too particularly worried about getting stems. That's fine, they'll mince up. That's probably about 1.5 cups. And I find this is the easiest way to deal with parsley, unless for some reason you really don't want the stems, in which case you could pluck the leaves off leaf by leaf, but in this case we don't care. So I'm going to guess that that's about 3 cups of parsley leaves. Put that in to the food processor. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, hoping that our noodles are cooking here. Add a pinch of salt. I like to add salt throughout the cooking process because it builds layers of flavors. And mix that up. After that's all become incorporated, we're going to add some lemon and some olive oil. I'm going to take my spatula, open this up, and scrape down the sides of the bowl so that everything is evenly incorporated. That's the beauty of a food processor. It does that hard work for you and gets it all even. Voila. Now I'm going to take the juice of a good sized lemon, you want about 3 or 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. Adds a really nice bright flavor. As I said, this is a great wine with Pinot Gris. Ours is the Big Fire Pinot Gris. Citrus in the pasta sauce echoes the citrus in the wine. So we're gonna drizzle this in while the machine is running, but we don't want to get the seeds in there, so I'm just gonna stop it. And now we're gonna drizzle in a 1/2 cup of olive oil. That wasn't really a drizzle. And it's all incorporated. Take the top off, scrape the sides down, and we have our pasta sauce. We just need to wait for the pasta to cook. Okay, so our pasta is finished cooking, And we're gonna take it out of the water. I'm not gonna drain it. I'm not gonna dump it in the sink. I'm just gonna do it like this because I actually like a little bit of that pasta water on the noodles. It helps too. The starch that's in there, it's kind of messy though. The starch that's in there helps to make a sauce for the pasta. We're gonna put our parsley sauce on here and toss it all together. This is a beautiful dish that you want to serve. It's really nice in the winter because the flavors are so bright and lively. It tastes fresh and delicious. You could, if you wanted to make it a more substantial dish, you could put some grilled shrimp in it. You also could just use this as a side dish with chicken or lamb or whatever it is you're having for an entree. It's also very, very good on its own. And we stir this together over and over, tossing the pasta with the sauce, making a bit of a mess, because that's the way it goes. I don't mind a messy kitchen, I can tell you, because it means that there's good food coming. And then, now that we've got this mostly incorporated, I'm actually going to put a lid on this dish, and I'm going to let the sauce soak into the noodles for just a minute or two. After it's been a minute, go back in, we're going to toss it again. I think I'm going to use these wooden spoons to toss it. And you get a beautiful bright green pasta dish that has these lively flavors and is delicious with Pinot Gris. We're going to drizzle it with a little tiny bit of olive oil, and we're going to grate some, not too much, but a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it. You don't want to do too much because you don't want to overwhelm the bright flavors, but it is a nice addition. There you go. It's a beautiful plate of pasta.